do you do? If I use a word and you don't understand me, you can ask, 一定需要用问 Do you need words to ask? Do you need words? 需要用字吗？ Body language, right? If you're talking to me and I don't understand what you're saying and I start doing this, then you understand if you want me, right? So your face can do a lot for you. You don't have to be an actor on TV to, right? Students do that to me all the time. I know you can do it, right? If I talk to you directly, then, well, you're not doing it, right? But if I talk to someone directly, usually they move back a little bit, right? You move back, and then your eyes get open, and, it's like you're worrying. Okay, 不要问我, right? Or you kind of make that face like, eh? So there's a lot that you can do, right? 也可以说, can you repeat that, please, right? 我跟你说, eh? 不礼貌的, right? There are a lot of things that we joke about when we talk about Americans and Canadians. Huh? It's very American. It's not polite. Don't use huh. 不好听的不礼貌的, all right? If you don't know what to say, 中文呢，台湾的人真的很有礼貌. Did you guys see that thing on YouTube? Whenever there's a problem, if I bump into you, 不好意思. If you bump into me, 不好意思, right? If I need to borrow your pen, 不好意思. If you want to borrow my pen, 不好意思. 都是不好意思的, right? 英文呢? How do you say that in English? Excuse me, sorry, right? Canadians are always saying sorry. You know that thing about Taiwan people saying 不好意思? Well, Canada does it too. For everything we say sorry. So, make it a question. Sorry. Right? If you can get your hands in there, 跳舞, right? Then people will understand. The important part isn't that you understand every idea. It's that there's some communication. 重要的不是每个意思都要了解，都要听懂。是你说的我一点听得懂，可以问。如果我可以问，可以多一点听懂，可以多一点了解。Right? So, when it comes to listening, there are a lot of things that you can do that don't even need a lot of words. What other words, though, maybe are helpful? Sorry, could you repeat that? These are useful. And if we're being polite, 麻烦你可以再次吗？麻烦你。Please. And then there's no problem. 如果是不礼貌的问题，有可能另外一个人会说不要，你会这样子，我不要跟你这样，right? But if you're polite, most people want to help you. So, if you can sound polite, sorry, no English. Could you, again, please? Even a few words, if you try to be polite, people will try to help you. So, what else? Sorry, could you repeat that, please? 还有什么可以用when？ We have ideas like this. 一个很简单的，有一个字有问题 use that word. Whenever people are talking to me in Chinese, if they say a word that I'm not really sure about, I just do my face and I repeat the word at them. And then they get the idea, oh, 你不了解, and then they say it a different way, or they try to explain it, right? Repeating the word tells the other person that you have a question, right? So there are a lot of ways that we can get help when we're listening and the other person is talking. There are a lot of ways to get that person to understand. Right? Now, what about this focus part? If you are paying attention, then are there other things you can do to help you understand? Like when you're reading, if you're reading a book, you should not always use a dictionary. When you are reading, a very important skill is guessing. But it's not you just close your eyes and you guess. Blue, right? When there's a word that you're not sure about, and then you can look at other sentences and you can try to understand, right? What about with listening? But it takes practice. You have to practice. So if you want to practice a skill like this, isn't it easier to practice when you're reading? Right? Because then you can take time, but you have to practice it. When you're reading and you see a word that you don't know, ask yourself and then try to find the answer. It's like a puzzle, it's like a game. If I look further back in the story, maybe somebody else used the same word. Maybe if I look at the whole sentence and I change the order, maybe if I move the words around, I can guess and I can try, and if I find a word I think is right, then I try to use it, right? It's just like when you're doing a puzzle. Right? When you have these pieces. Okay, I can't draw a puzzle very well. You know, when you're doing a puzzle, pretend this is a nice looking puzzle. Okay. You have to try. You find a piece and you think maybe it goes here. Try it. If it doesn't quite fit, you can turn it around, try it this way, try it this way. If it doesn't go here, but the color is right. It doesn't go maybe here, right? You try things, and then most of the time you can figure it out. But it takes time, okay? So that's again why it's important to practice this when you read. Now, how many of you actually read in Chinese? 喜欢看书吗？ Yes, good answer. If you don't read Chinese books, are you going to read English books? Now, you could say, 哦，我不用看，我不用学，这个是不用的，这个是比较重要的。Some people say that. 错。All right? 因为拼法跟发音有关系。它的文法跟它的文法跟它的都是一样的文法 ，right？ 这边写一个字，这边也可以用的。If you learn things that come from reading, you can use them for other skills. So a very important part of listening is reading. 还有这个问题 ，How long can you pay attention? This focus thing. How long can you pay attention? 1个小时多吗？15分钟吗？ Yeah, 为什么？ How long are your classes? When you have class at university, how many hours